Good evening, beautiful, remarkable people. I hope you're doing absolutely amazing today. Um, Today, I wanted to be talk about the most two the most unnecessary emotions in life are guilt and worry. Yes, all of us as a humans, we always are feeling guilty about things that we don't even know what we feel guilty about, but it's just there haunting you in your mind and in your thoughts. And also, we always worry about everything. We always worry about our health. We worry about people liking you. We worry about your job, your family, your friends, politics, religion, all that stuff that we're going through right now. And I get it, my loved ones. We here in this earth together, battling all this stuff that we are facing right now. But you should not let the guilt and the worry stop you from what you want to do in life. A lot of times when you are worried, when you're feeling guilty, you're putting yourself in absolutely like a break, like a stop sign, and then you're realizing that you're doing it because you're in it. You're in the situation, you're in the problem, you have it in your thoughts, in your mind, in the daily living, and you are confused and you don't know how to do it because we don't have no one to say to us, hey, I don't want you to worry. I don't want you to feel guilty about things that is happening right now with the people or things that is happening to you that wasn't your fault. We have to kind of put ourselves together in a daily basis and trying to figure it out. How we're going to do another day, how we're going to continue in this journey of life, how we're going to contribute to the journey of life. And then we don't realizing that we don't really need to do that stuff, because when you do that stuff, you totally, I need to go to my notes, so I had to kind of read it and I can see it. So basically, once you forget your emotions, you need to move on. God wants you to be happy. God wants you to not feeling guilty anymore. When you feel guilty about something, when you did something that you know in your heart it wasn't right, you must ask for forgiveness. For yourself first, and then you ask for forgiveness for if you actually feel guilty about because you did something to someone or somebody that you love, or you did something that it wasn't the right time or the right place or the right thing to say, but you said it already. So it's like, okay, in your mind you're feeling guilty. You're like, oh man, I shouldn't say that. But what I'm trying to tell you is like, we full of emotions. We full of so much unnecessary things in your life that if you kind of detach those stuff from your life, you will have not only a healthy life, but you also have a completely clear mind, and you'll be available to completely the path through life without so much problems that we have right now. Because we so worry about everything. We so worry about everything that we have. We worry about so many things, like overreacting, worry about things that we know is out of our control. I want you to not feeling worry about things, but I want you to just think about things, reflect on things. Don't worry about anything that you don't have to be worried about it, because you know what? Let me ask you something, guys. By you worrying about something, a problem, an issue, a situation, what did that do to you? Did you magically disappear for your life? Did it magically make you at ease? Did it magically give you peace back to your life? I don't think so, guys. It's the opposite. It take out your sleep, it take out your balance, it take out your peace, it take out your beautiful thoughts. It's you know, you're not going to be able to sleep. You know, some people cannot eat, some people eat a lot, some people, you know, because emotion control or completely our body. So we have to mentally be so prepared to make sure we are so in on balance with everything that we're facing. And that way you don't feel like you feel guilty. You know, you feel guilty that you don't have your family and friends together. You feel guilty that you went places that you're not supposed to go, and maybe, you know, you risk yourself to get the coronavirus. You feel guilty, and sometimes at work not helping more than you know you could help more, or you feel guilty not giving something to somebody willingly without the person asking you. You just don't feel like you need to step up. You'd rather they ask you than you say, hey, I know you're going through something right now. Here's my help. And, you know, then you go home and you're like, oh man, I should have done this. And you know, I get it, you know. We doubt ourselves so much, and we worry so much about everything that we have no control of it. Right now, we don't have no control of what's going to happen tomorrow. We never know what's going to happen in a day. We have 24 hours a day, every single day. And we don't understand what's happening to you or what's happening towards you. I don't want you to try to understand it. I don't want you to try to go crazy and lose your balance in your thoughts and say, what can I do? I feel so guilty about this, or I'm so worried about this. I'm so sad. I'm so consumed with all these things that I cannot change. I want you to relax. I want you to completely love yourself immensely, and also trying to work on your personal growth, trying to not put in all that worry and all that guilt in your heart and your life, because you're not changing anything. I get it, guys. You know, I've been many times. I'm kind of that type of person also, that I like to kind of worry too much about things. But then one time in my life, many years ago, I thought I was going to lose my mind, because, you know, I was going to someone who think, you know, financially, emotionally, spiritually, not finding the path in life that I wanted to, and I feel like so overwhelmed, and I was so guilty of putting myself in that situation, and also I was so worried. In the worries, it was making me sick. I was losing my hair, I was losing my appetizer, I was losing so much weight. My skin got very dry. I was breaking out. I never have any pimples or anything in my face, and I was breaking out really bad, and I was nervous. I was jumping for anything, whatever, you know, people around me or somebody talk loud. My heart started beating like, oh my God, what happened? You know, I was like always worried about getting hurt, always worried about, you know, being in the street, or not being able to have a meal on my table, or a roof over my head, or not be able to protect my family and my friends, and, you know, my kids, and you know, you worry so much, especially when you're a parent. You worry so much for your kids, even the grown person. You always worry for them, because you always want the best for them. You always want them to, you know, follow a lead, follow a good path, to, you know, to go to school, you know, go to college, get a degree, get some, you know, get their life together. And sometimes it doesn't work that way, guys, because we can only control our life. We can only control what we do as a parents, but we cannot control 100% our kids, because they are different personality, they're different people. You just have to support them, love them, make them understand that the right thing is the right thing, and, you know, it's your shoes, it's your life. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do, it's your life that you're ruining, not my life. Because I already grown up, I already got my life together, and I already contribute to society and everything I could. But, you know, and then you start feeling guilty as a parent. You feel guilty that maybe you was giving too much to the child, or maybe you just giving too much to that person next to you, your significant other, your husband, your wife, or family and friends, and you're like, man, I feel so guilty that I did enough. Or you feeling guilty because you didn't do nothing, you didn't contribute to nothing, you're just thinking about yourself, and you're forgetting that your family and friends also need attention, also need love, also need you to listen to them, because we need to get together, and we need to listen to each other. We need to embrace each other's pains and sorrow and grief and misunderstanding, and we need to try to make everything works better for you. And that way, everything it works better for you. You don't have to be worried about anything. You don't have to be feeling guilty about if I did this, or I did this, or I did this. I want you to completely take out, detach immediately that guilt that is eating your life, that worry that it doesn't make you fall asleep in peace, and it's always in your back of your mind. And you're trying to smile, but then you have that worry in your mind and your heart that doesn't make you smile, doesn't let you smile, because the smile is behind the pain. And I get it, we all go through so much turbulence and so much trials, and then you question yourself, and you question God, and you question what you did, and you question, why I did that and why I did that. You have to relax. You have to understand one thing. And one thing that you don't understand and you don't remember is that we humans, we make mistakes. We come to this earth, we don't come with a book teaching you how to guide your life, but we have to, increment in faith, increment in your personal growth. A lot of people, they tell me, how can you read so much? How can you do everything you do? And I say, because you know what, every day is a new day for me to learn something. Every day is an opportunity for me to serve more, because the more that I know, the more that I can help others, the more that I educate myself, the more I feel like I can fulfill someone else's education and feelings. And being a personal coach and a life coach, everything has to be your knowledge. You have to continue learning on a daily basis, because every day is one more challenge that you have to face in your life. Because like I say in a lot of my videos, I never look for the perfect life. I don't want a perfect life. I want a life that you feel happy, that you have your family and friends, that you do good deeds, that you take care of yourself and take care of others, that you continue serving people, because we are so much hungry right now from helping others. We're not learning anything from the past. We're not learning anything from what we're facing right now. We continually throwing the rock, thinking the rock is going to work. And it goes both ways. You don't expect you throw a rock on somebody and that person's not going to throw it back to you. It's the opposite. You need to put the seed of peace and balance and sternness in your life before you can actually preach to others, before you can actually try to convince others in a good way that life is so full of stuff that you don't see, because you're so concentrating and feel guilty and you feel worried about every little thing in your life, that you're missing that little small picture. That is you really focusing in that little picture. That picture is going to become for so much regard and so much abundance, so much prosperity, so much blessing in your life, that you're not going to realizing what you was missing, or so you really stop worry about things that you cannot control. Stop feeling guilty of things that you are right. You didn't do nothing wrong. And if you did something wrong, I don't want you to take it so hard. I want you ask that person to forgive you and forgive yourself first. That way you can ask that person, please forgive me. I didn't mean to do what I did. And you know, from the bottom of your heart, when you do that, you will feel at ease. You will feel peaceful. You will be available to move on. But until you continue feeling guilty, until you continue feeling worried about every little thing that you cannot change, your life is going to be a little bit more difficult every day, more and more. Your life is so precious. It's so unique. It's such a beautiful masterpiece that you know very well. If you don't stop being guilty, if you don't stop being worried, you don't want to have a quality life. Because I have been there, guys. I've been there so many times in my life. And I always say, I don't regret it, because it was a trial that I had to go through. And I went through and I passed it. And it made me a better person. But sometimes I sit down and I wish that I would have been less guilty about things, less worried about things that I cannot change. Because I could have helped myself and helped so many others, but now is the time. Now it's time to rise. Now it's time to help. Now it's time to serve as many people as I can. And I don't worry about nothing. I don't worry about how many people like me. I don't worry about how many people see my videos. I don't worry about how many followers I have in social media. None of that faze me. Because what I do it from my heart. I do it because I wanted to serve. I wanted to help so many people. We are starving of love. We're starving of understanding and loving each other. We're starving of knowing that we have here a paradise that some of us contribute to convert into hell. We need to get back that heaven that God gave us. We live in paradise. We live in such a beautiful place that they call earth, earth. And by you not paying attention of your actions, by you worrying so much, and you feel worried and guilty all the time, you're not contributing to enjoying this beautiful paradise that we call earth. So I want you to stop thinking, stop overthinking, and stop stressing out, stop being guilty, stop being worried about things, because you know what? All that stuff that you're doing, it just goes against you. It's not helping you at all. Let it go. One day at a time. Think about things that is happening to your life. Just live one day at a time. Tomorrow's going to be better. Tomorrow's going to be another day, another sunshine, another opportunity, another chance of you to rise, to be happy, to be joyful, to be with others, to make others happy. So this message is for you. Is you that person that is feel guilty about whatever situation in your life, and you feel worried all the time? I want you to stop feeling that way. I want you to know that by you feeling guilty and worried, it's not going to get better. It's not going to change. Everything starts with you. You wanted to change things in your life, you got to analyze your life, and you need to see how you're going to change what is hurting you, what is bothers you, what is taking you peace. And you can, after you do that, you can do anything. You'll be unstoppable. I want you to be strong. I want you to be loving. I want you to be kind. I want you to stay humble. I want you to be remarkable. I just want you to be you. So, no more worries, no more guiltiness. Just be happy. Embrace life. Be thankful. Be grateful. God bless you guys. Have a wonderful night. You take care. Or to the next one.